Welcome back to the news at 10. Now we have a reaction as the Senate President, Dr. Bukola Saraki, has described his invitation by the police as a mere afterthought which is designed to achieve political purpose. In a statement by his special advisor on media and publicity, Yusuf Olaniyonu, Dr. Saraki says he has it on good authority that the police had already decided on the suspects to arraign in court in Ilori, the Kwara State capital, on Wednesday, based on the advice of the Director of Public Prosecution, and that the turnaround to invite him was a ploy aimed at scoring cheap political points. The statement says, quote, "While I continue to maintain that the issue of my position on the 2019 elections is not a personal decision for me alone to make, it should be noted that all these concoctions and evil plots cannot deter me. Those behind this fresh assault will fail, as I have nothing to do with the robbery incident or any criminal matter for that matter." End of quote. The Senate President also alleges that the police is corrupt and have politicized their investigations into the Offa robbery incident. He adds that the plot is aimed at compelling him and his associates to stay in a party where members are criminalized without just cause, where injustice is perpetrated at the highest level, and where there is no respect for constitutionalism, is an exercise in futility and will fail. Now, the Borno State Police Command has confirmed the suicide attack in a mosque in Kondoga local government area of Borno State. The State Commissioner of Police, Damian Chukwu, told journalists in Maiduguri that 8 bodies were recovered from the scene, while 7 people were injured. He attributes the attack to the recent arrests on Boko Haram elements in Maiduguri, which, according to him, provoked the insurgents. The command has also arrested some suspects for various crimes in the state. Meanwhile, at least 5 people have been killed and some others abducted by armed bandits suspected to be kidnappers along the Kaduna-Abuja highway. The resident of the area who witnessed the incident told our correspondent that the attack occurred around 6 p.m. near Gidan Busa village, located between Jere and Kateri communities along the expressway that has witnessed several attacks in recent years. The victims were returning from Kaduna to Abuja in different vehicles when they stumbled on the bandits, who already blocked the road, stopping motorists and shooting sporadically. The Kaduna State Commissioner of Police, Austin Iwar, who confirmed the incidents to Channels Television, says the command is yet to identify if the attack was a robbery or action. The police have launched a manhunt for the bandits with a view to arresting and bringing them to justice. In 2017, the Kaduna-Abuja highway witnessed a series of attacks by armed bandits, with many abducted and lives lost in the process. And the governor of Taraba State, Darius Ishaku, has sworn in heads of the upgraded and newly created chiefdoms in the state, aimed at strengthening governance at the grassroots. And speaking at the presentation of staff of office to the newly appointed chiefs at the Jolly Nyame Stadium in Jalingo, the state capital, the governor said the decision is a fulfillment of one of the cardinal points of his administration.
In February this year, the Taraba State House of Assembly approved the creation and upgrading of some traditional institutions in the state, following an executive communication sent by Governor Darius Ishaku. And now, at the Jolly Nyame Stadium in Jalingo, the state capital, invited guests, emirs, chiefs and government officials gather to witness the presentation of staff of office to second-class and third-class chiefs.
You have listened to and answered the call and prayers of all Tarabans, and further demonstrated your innate desire to liberate a people and allow them to develop, flourish, and attain their utmost in life without necessarily being subservient to any person or group with whom they may not have shared any affinity, kinship, or dreams.
11 second-class chiefs upgraded from the position of district heads are the first to receive their staff and letters of appointment.
I will uphold the provision of the Constitution.
Then the 33 third-class chiefs are also sworn in.
Now, after taking their oath of office,
For the state governor, Darius Ishaku, strengthening the traditional institutions marks a turning point for the state.
This occasion, therefore, is momentous and marks thus far a turning point as we consolidate on strengthening and reinventing the existing traditional institutions in the state to make them not only responsive to present realities but adaptive to a fast-changing and evolving society we live in.
I will well and truly serve the government of Taraba State,
paving way for the sharing of responsibilities from traditional rulers for administrative convenience and also help solve the problem of insecurity in the state.
By the grace of God Almighty.
The Nigerian Aviation Handling Company has declared the payment of 406 million naira dividend at 25 kobo per share to its shareholders. The company is said to have also earned a total of 775 billion naira after tax for the year 2017. At the annual general meeting of the company in Abuja, the chairman of NACO, Usman Bello, highlighted some of the initiatives aimed at diversifying its sources of revenue.
It's the 37th annual general meeting of the Nigerian Aviation Handling Company, and shareholders from far and near converged on this hall to discuss how the company fared in 2017 and how to improve its income for 2018. Before other proceedings for the day, the chairman of NACO gives major highlights of the 2017 financial year, one of which includes a profit after tax of 775 billion naira.
We have given them a fairly good dividend. We have been very transparent. We always tell shareholders what exactly we are going into. And if there is no confidence in our system or management style, then and no new investor will come. But as I announced earlier, we have a very big investor who has come in to help NACO go to the next level.
Some of the shareholders raised pertinent issues that must be looked into by the company if its revenue base is to surpass what it gained the previous year.
You must put all you have to harness the potential that is NACO. I will give you that leverage and that support.
There were projections for 2018. This will include improving its client base.
We have done a couple of things. We have re-engineered our operations and our activities. We are making, for instance, our cargo services is more seamless. We have improved the facilities we have in our export warehouse, the import warehouse too. Very, very soon we are going to, work on the environment because, we know that NACO has been there for many years and it is time for us to do refitting. We're going to do refitting. We are going to also improve, the facades. We're going to work on all the facilities that we have.
While 2017 is generally described as a difficult one, the plan, according to officials of the Nigerian Aviation Handling Company, is to sustain this level of success and improve service delivery to operators in the aviation sector.
Let's take a look at some business news now. Here's Kayode Ukikiolu.
You first. First Bank.
Thanks, Ijoma, and welcome to Business News. Critical stakeholders in the Nigerian financial sector have acknowledged the role of the capital market in promoting Nigeria's economic growth and development. Now, this was part of the discourse at the second Capital Market Stakeholders Forum, which took place in Abuja. The occasion allowed members of the legislature, regulators, as well as participants in the market to examine the critical role that the capital market plays in the growth and development of the Nigerian economy.
It's the second Capital Market Stakeholders Forum organized by the National Assembly Joint Committee on Capital Market and the Security and Exchange Commission. It's an occasion that has pulled together critical people in the sector. Welcoming participants to the event, the acting chairman of the Senate Committee on Capital Market outlines some key legislation passed by the National Assembly.
I'm glad to report to you that the mutualization bill has been passed for the stock exchange, awaiting presidential accent. We have also passed the Companies and Allied Matters Act. All the amendments needed, we have done them, and also waiting for presidential assent.
for the Security and Exchange Commission and the Debt Management Office, the capital market has contributed to the nation's economic development, even as they agree that more can be done.
Nigerian capital market has actually been serving as a catalyst for economic growth and development. However, some potentials are still untapped.
The necessity for stable long-term funds for the actualization of the vision of economic growth and development therefore places Nigeria's capital market in a unique and strategic position for which it must be prepared. It is my expectation, therefore, that at this forum, ideas will be generated on how the Nigerian capital market can become a reliable source of large pools of stable funds that can be readily accessed by local and international institutions seeking to do business in Nigeria.
Other participants also speak on how far the capital market has come and how it can be enhanced to give more.
I think, for example, that if you look at our country post-recession, I think that the capital market also played quite a critical role in terms of that exit from recession. And I think that it holds the key in terms of even our future and further economic growth and development.
Capital market is really a platform or a mechanism by which we're able to channel investments to the most needing sectors of the economy to improve efficiencies in the economy and drive economic growth. So people shouldn't look at it that they're helping the capital market. They should look at it that they're helping the Nigerian economy, and by doing that, helping themselves. Because at the end of the day, what we try to do is to help people create durable wealth.
When we're talking about good and development economy vis-a-vis the capital market, it's very key for us to really be able to see to what extent are we doing now. So largely we are not doing as much, but there is always room for improvement. So there is still a lot to be seen in terms of the willingness on the part of both the government and the regulator to be able to, impact this reform in the market.
The conclusions from this gathering is expected to lead to needed legislation and improved synergy that will enhance the nation's economic growth through the capital market. Lanre Lasese, Channels Television News.
And demand for blue chip stocks by investors push equities performance to a good start for the week as investors react to some positive earnings results released to the market. Uche Alauku has a summary of today's trading activity.
Welcome to the Stock Market Report. The fourth trading week of July at the NSE ends Monday's trading session in positive territory, adding 30 basis points and almost 40 billion naira to Friday's recovery. This comes on the back of price rebound and renewed bargain hunting for high-value stocks by short-term investors across four major sectors. The moderate rally, which is boosted by 20 gainers, including the NSE's biggest listed company, Dangote Cement, was led by the 10% gain from Qtix, while Abe Building Society shared 10%, leading a pack of 18 decliners. Total turnover of shares traded for the day stands at 226.27 million shares from over 3,600 transactions, mostly driven by the shares of Medview Airlines. And that's the stock market report for today. I'm Uche Alauku.
Thank you, Uche. A major global stock market end the day with mixed sentiments as investors react to the latest corporate earnings results from Europe and Wall Street. Now, here are some of the figures for Monday. And that's business news. I am Kayode Okikilu. It's now back to Ijoma.
You first. First Bank.
Thanks, Kayode. Still ahead on the news at 10. Minister of Sport Solomon Dalong insists Supreme Court ruling on NFF leadership stands despite ejection of factional President Chris Giwa from the Glass House by security operatives. That's on sports. Do join us again.